This week we're going to look at weather conditions in Argentina, where early planted corn is pollinating and filling grain. We're going to turn our attention back to the U.S. and look at updated export trends and wrap things up with a long-term review of December corn futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. We've moved into the last week of January here, and of course it's the middle of winter here in the Midwest, but it's the middle of summer in South America. With that in mind, let's take a look at the weather conditions in Argentina, where early planted corn is pollinating and filling grain. Let's take a look at where that corn is produced in Argentina. Three key provinces here in Argentina account for the majority of corn. Buenos Aires, Cordoba, and Santa Fe, about 85% of the corn. Let's take a look at short-term weather trends in Argentina. This week, as usual, our slides are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. Starting out here, looking at the next 7 days. Again, most of that early planted corn is now in the grain filling stage, but some of it's still pollinating. Very dry conditions across those provinces we just highlighted. Not an ideal finish to the growing season. February will be more important for that later planted corn. What about next week? Highlighted February, look at a little bit more rain moving across those areas, so it might be a little bit late for that early planted corn, but it might help some of that later planted corn. Let's now look at temperatures. Now, temperatures are going to be warm here, January 27th through February 4th. Not extremely hot, but still warmer than normal and warmer than desired for corn. Let's now take a look at precip totals over the next 14 days. Again, this stretches into that first week of February here. We're looking at some drier than normal conditions over most of those areas. Not extremely dry because of that rain moving in next week, but still drier than desired for that early planted corn. Let's shift gears now and focus on export trends here in the U.S. Let's take a look at year-to-date shipments. Now, the export picture has been a very bright spot for corn here so far during the 25-26 crop year. We're looking at exports 53% higher than last year at this time. Notice we really don't have a Chinese presence in corn either, so we're really seeing tremendous demand, for example, from Western Hemisphere, and also the Far East has been very aggressive. Having said that, however, it's very important to note that the record 2025 U.S. corn crop is overwhelming the record export pace. For example, here at ATI, we're forecasting the U.S. corn carryout to increase by more than 54% in 25-26. So again, a building carryout is certainly a possibility here in 25-26. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in December corn. December corn, as you tape here on Tuesday this week, is trading near $4.55 a bushel. Notice that the crop insurance period begins next week, February 1st, and we'll keep a close eye on that for you moving forward. But here's the key message. Look at between that February period and the October period, how much potential price volatility there is in the market. That's why we strongly encourage you to continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage price movement and avoid price prediction. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 309-664-2300. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an update. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.